it's me, Dashama. I'm here at Oneworld Ayurveda in the beautiful herb garden in Bali, Indonesia. I'm here with Dr. Aparna today. We're going to be talking about Ayurveda. Hi, Dr. Aparna. So happy to be here with you. Thank you for taking your time out. And I would love for you to share with me and everybody, how did you get into Ayurveda?
So I grew up seeing my father, who is also an Ayurvedic doctor, treating many people and healing with Ayurveda, and my parents always took care to instill the Ayurvedic wisdom and principles in my life from my early childhood. So I was so impressed, and I would rather say that Ayurveda chose me rather than me choosing Ayurveda.
So tell me a little bit more and tell everybody, what is Ayurveda?
So Ayurveda is a 5,000-year-old system of life or science of life which existed in India, and Ayurveda is a very person-centric, holistic system which gives equal importance to prevention and cure.
So how do the scientists view Ayurveda?
So Ayurveda is a scientific and evidence-based system which has stood the test of time. Many of the discoveries and inventions fail to stand the test of time. So we need to reinvent it and rediscover it. But Ayurveda has been healing people since 5,000 years, and it always stood the test of time. So I would rather say Ayurveda is a fully scientific, evidence-based, time-tested science.
Beautiful, I love
that.
And
to add more, there are a lot of researches and clinical trials coming up in Ayurveda. See, for example, I did 11 years of study in Ayurveda, my graduation, post-graduation and PhD. So the post-graduation and PhD, we have to do clinical trials and all the tests, all the tests what a scientist do, pharmacological, pharmacognosy, and all the pharmaceutical, all the tests. So it's very scientific. And we register our trials in clinical trial registry, which is a platform to register our clinical trials. All the clinical trials should be registered in that platform. So, and there are a lot of researches getting published in index journals, and there are a lot of papers getting presented in many seminars around the world.
I think it's so important because in this day and age, people are so adamant to have that scientific backing. Yeah. Even if they know that it works, to have that research behind it just makes it even more powerful. Yeah. So I love that.
And I'm also very glad to share that even the World Health Organization, WHO, is recognizing the power of Ayurveda and they are giving us a lot of opportunity to fund our researches and standardize, and we are getting tie-ups with the universities of Ayurveda and the Ministry of Ayurveda and other traditional complementary systems in India, and you can see a big change in the field of research in Ayurveda in coming years.
Can you share a little bit more about what are the fundamentals of Ayurveda?
So Ayurveda always advocates that the macrocosm, the universe, and the microcosm is always connected. And the more harmonious you are with the universe, the more balanced you are inside out.
Wow, I love that. It is so aligned with my philosophy with yoga as well.
So coming to the basics of Ayurveda, as I said, the macrocosm, the universe, and the microcosm is all connected. So what is the basic or fundamental unit which is common between the macrocosm and the microcosm? So that is the 5 elements: air, space, earth, water, and fire. So these 5 elements condense to form 3 kinds of bioenergy in the body. So these 5 elements are common in the universe and in us, right? So the 3 bioenergies, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Vata is air and space, Pitta is fire and water, Kapha is water and earth. So these 3 bioenergies have 2 expressions. One is the genetic expression, which means that we are made up of that. From our first day to the last day of our life, we are either Vata, Pitta, or Kapha, or a combination. This is not going to change. That's how you are made of genetically. Okay. The second expression is the functional expression. For the normal functioning of body, we have functional vata, functional pitta and functional kapha. So this, when it is in balance, vata, pitta and kapha, we are said to be healthy. When there is any change in this functional vata, pitta and kapha, we are not healthy, we are under imbalance. So this imbalance will give rise to disease. So the prime aim of treatment or a doctor is to find out what is the body type, the genetic expression, and what is the functional imbalance.
So how can we tell if our doshas are out of balance?
So we have assessment criteria to know the extent of imbalance of the doshas, right? For example, vata, as we know, it is air and space. So when there is too much of air and space, that means imbalance. In the mind level, too much of air and space. Can you guess what happens when there is too much of air and space?
Flighty.
Yeah. So all around the place, right? Airy,
Yeah.
spacey, and a lot of thoughts, worry, stress, anxiety, right? Spaced out kind of feeling, right? And when the air is more in the tummy region, what do you have? Your digestion is not proper. You have a lot of gas and bloating. You have constipation. When it is in the skin level, it has a lot of dryness, cracked lips and cracked extremities, cracked soles, etc. So we have a lot of symptoms like that, right? So this is vata. Coming to pitta. Pitta is fire and water, right? It's more of fire than water. So when fire is out of balance, what happens? Fire everywhere. Here it is a lot of anger, criticism, sarcasm and hot-headedness. And when it comes to the digestive side, a lot of acidity and ulcers and too much of heat in the stomach, too much of hunger and a kind of diarrhea, very super sensitive to food. Like, if you have some spicy food, you feel like pooping all the time. So, and then when it comes to the skin level, lot of acne and pimples and eczemas and psoriasis kind of lesions. So this is the pitta symptom. And when we come to the kapha, kapha is more of earth and water, the mushy, slimy, stable force. So too much of congestion, right? So kapha is like the yogurt, right? So yogurt here, so congestion, sinusitis, lot of upper respiratory infections, low immunity are some of the imbalanced signs of kapha.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I think that is so important. So many people dealing with different issues, like maybe they have a sinus infection or something. I think that the sinus infection is the issue, but it can be something so much deeper, a real underlying imbalance, and it's wonderful to see how Ayurveda can address that and really heal them at a deeper level.
And we see that in winter, the kapha is more in the universe. The earth and water element goes up. So the more you balanced inside, you won't get afflicted to that.
Oh yeah.
If you are in winter and you are taking a lot of yogurt and lot of mushy and slimy and water and earthy stuff, you are definitely going to end up sick.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's very important to watch your diet. So that's why Ayurveda has explained seasonal diet and diet according to your body type, and it's so important.
I love that. Yeah, so once you start working with a doctor and they give you like a protocol to follow, and then what I feel is that then it becomes more integrated into a part of an overall lifestyle, so that people can not only treat when they get sick, but also like preventing any illness as well by maintaining that balance, right?
It is not a very hard and fast or a box kind of rule or a table kind of rule. Okay, this is good for me, this is good for me, this is good for me. No. So when you understand Ayurveda to its core, it is always about listening to the body and developing an awareness. What is good for me? So we can give you a guideline, we can give you a direction. You have to walk your path, listen to your body continuously and take the journey ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though we can give you a list of grains and list of fruits and a list of vegetables for your imbalance. Body is constantly changing. We have to keep listening, we have to keep the awareness level up, and then you will be able to live the Ayurveda life.
So in Western medicine, they give us prescriptions and different medications. How does it work in Ayurveda? What kind of medications or modalities or different options do you offer to help people to heal and balance from these different conditions?
So for us, it's very important to create a dietary awareness in the patient and lifestyle awareness or lifestyle change, and then we teach them how to celebrate their life every day by daily rituals, by daily regimen, dinacharya. And then we have seasonal ritual or seasonal regimen, which they can imbibe each season, what to eat, what not to eat, what to do, what less they can do, right? And then we have yoga. Then we have different kinds of massages and different kinds of detoxes. Then we have spices and herbs which heal. They can have more of those spice. When for example, when they have weaker digestion, we tell them to have more of ginger and cumin, etc. So these are the different modalities how we work. And then if a patient is coming to us with a specific problem, so for example a kidney stone, so we have a herb which is beneficial for kidney stone, and we also have a dietary protocol. We have a diet, so we tell, okay, include this lentil in your diet so that it helps in breaking the stone. Along with the medicine, the food is also important, and then we also tell them, okay, spice your drink with this herb.
Yeah.
So the food, the meal, the herbal water or the spice water, and medicine.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aparna. Your wisdom and your knowledge is so profound and informative, and we thank you for being here. And thank you guys for being a part of this beautiful journey with us. And if you want to take your Ayurveda experience deeper, you can take the quiz online, and you will be able to find out what dosha type you have and if you have any imbalances in your doshas. And this can be the start of your journey to really understanding more in depth how Ayurveda can integrate into your lifestyle, and you'll learn more and more as we move forward along this series of Ayurveda for Beginners video training course. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.